Over 78 million adults in the U.S. are obese. Our next guest, Sami, was once part of that statistic, weighing over 500 pounds. That is until a near-death experience finally served as his wake-up call.
I really started getting heavy when I was in 3rd grade. Pizza, hamburgers, hot dogs. I heard the fat jokes and salts. Hey, fatso. When I was 14 years old, my mother was diagnosed with stage 3 colon cancer. And 2 months after I turned 18 years old, she passed away. It was devastating. And that was really the tipping point in my weight gain. It got to the point where I was eating up to 6 pizzas a day, 24 mozzarella sticks, onion rings, and French fries. I started working for a restaurant, so I got the free food and it was just gorging. It happened many times when I go out, I would sit in a chair and it would break. So I hid myself away from the world. And by the time I was 24 years old, I reached 480 pounds. 7 years ago, everything changed for me. I was a passenger in a vehicle and we ended up hitting the wall on the freeway and our car flipped over. I managed to get out, then the car was hit about 10 seconds after. When I went to the hospital, they said it was severe road rash, and the skin essentially came off my arm from wrist to shoulder, and I would most likely not having full viable use of my arm. During my recovery, I reached 515 pounds. I felt hopeless and thinking this is the end. But 3 months after the time of the accident, my arm did start feeling better. I figured if I improve my weight, I can improve my arm. So it was at that point where I decided I need to change everything and to get out of this hole I put myself in. I focused on diet, no bread, meat-based, veggie-based. I couldn't afford the gym, so the best option was walking. I would park at the end of the parking lot and walk to the grocery store, and then I would park a mile off campus. My first few months, I lost 100 pounds. It was definitely encouraging. I had started developing new goals. Let's get below 300, assimilating into a normal life. Okay, I'm very happy and proud of myself for all the weight that I lost. However, there's been a side effect from the weight loss that I've been really struggling with.
Let's take a look at Sami before at over 500 pounds. Are you all ready to see him now?
Yes.
Sami, come on out.
Wow.
So
Sami, yourself.
You look fantastic.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
You've lost more than half of your body weight.
I have. I'm currently down 285.
285 pounds?
And how do you feel?
Oh man, beyond belief, way better. I mean, opposite, 180.
So I think your story is fantastic and impressive because you really had some major setbacks. You lost your mom, then you had this horrible accident.
Yes.
How did this then bring you to this realization to lose the weight?
I mean, you know, when I got injured in my car accident, the doctor essentially told me that I wasn't going to have viable use of my arm again. And, you know, I didn't like what he said. And as a typical Taurus, I was pretty stubborn and wanted to set about proving him wrong, you know. So I made that kind of the foundation upon which I built the rest of my life. And from there, I just focused on diet and health, and that's how I am today.
How is your arm now?
Amazing.
Much better. You know, I still have some pain, discomfort, but for the most part, I have it 95% back.
Oh, that's great.
But you did this without even joining a gym. So tell us about how you exercised and what your regimen was like.
You know, I couldn't afford a gym, so I figured walking was the best option. My friends introduced me to the Rose Bowl, and 1 lap at the Rose Bowl would be 3 miles. So I figured if I were to do that daily, 3-mile repetition would be wonderful.
And you know, that's a great tip, and I'm not sure if someone that we've had on the show, a guest who's lost a lot of weight, just said, hey, I didn't need a gym, I didn't need anything fancy, I walked.
Yeah, these little things added up.
Yeah, if you walk and you change the way you eat, that's all you need to do, and you're living proof of that.